This is the Fast Farm Ganker Paradox build guide. We're going to do this video in 3 stages. The first stage is the items, the how, and the why that these items are the best. The second part is going to explain how Paradox works, how her abilities combo, and how they interact, and secret little things you can do with certain spells. And finally, a full game with live commentary, not cherry-picked footage, just me talking about the hows and the whys and what I'm thinking and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it as I play Paradox. Let's get into it. Now, a quick disclaimer, this is a Spirit Assassin-based style build. This is not a bullet carry build. I know 99% of Paradox players play her as a bullet carry, hiding behind their wall and shooting the enemy 100-0, yada yada yada. This is not that kind of guide at all. This is a completely different play style to that. This also relies insanely heavily on landing your Kinetic Carbine, so you need good aim to secure kills. You can still get some kills without it, maybe assists, but essentially with a bad aim, this character is not as fun to play. And finally, flying enemies like Talon and Vindicta or anyone else that hovers in the air, you can't combo them with our combo. You can still chip away at them, but you won't be able to 100-0 them in like 2 seconds. Let's get into the build, and if you want to have access to this build on your client, click the Browse Builds button here at the top, then click the Public button here, and then type in the word Swole. Push Enter, you'll see the Swole Benji YT Fast Farm Ganker Paradox Build Guide. Click this heart icon, it will show up under your favorites, and then you'll have access to the item list. You buy this left to right, top to bottom, very simple, nothing complex at all about it. And it gives you a skill order or an ability order that tells you what to learn first, in what order, and what to upgrade in what order, and it will prompt you in the game when it's time to upgrade something, so it's really, really handy. Let's get into the items and why I have them in this exact order. So starting off is your lane phase, which I have labeled as jungle, but these are what you need in order to start jungling, because you need 7,500 souls, which this adds up exactly to that. So as soon as you're allowed to buy that last item, you will have your final upgrade in Pulse Grenade. I'm going to talk more about this in a bit. But essentially, our jungling relies heavily on a maxed upgraded Pulse Grenade. And when you have these specific items, you one-shot the medium camp. You throw your grenade, you move along, it blows up, you get free money while you're already at the next jungle shooting that one. So it basically becomes an auto-jungler. So we buy high velocity mag first because you need bullet velocity in order to get last hits, get your secures, and get enemy denies. But also at the very start of the game, you shouldn't be injured, you shouldn't be bullied unless you're really playing badly. So we go our weapons first, because not only does this give you bullet shield health to reduce the damage taken from enemy harass, but it also lets you deal more damage to the enemy so that you can return that harassment tenfold. Then we go green items. These are for bonus health, and everything is in order of most efficient for survivability, because this is the most boring part of the build, is getting that first 7,500 souls. After that, we explode in farmability, and our souls per minute goes up drastically. The game becomes way more interesting, but until then, you're just farming souls and killing enemies, and maybe you might kill the enemy hero, maybe not. But with this build, it will allow you to stay in lane as long as possible without being bullied out. Though we are not specifically building to bully or win the early lane phase at all. Absolutely not. We are building to massively increase our farm speed for mid-game. So we get the 2 green items, we get the purple items here. And once you have duration extender, technically you could do medium camps, but there's no way to not, you don't have enough souls to have the full upgrade. So if you do a jar earn early, I guess, which you should have this farm before jar even appears in the map, really honestly. But if, I don't know, you AFK'd for the first 5 minutes of the match and you go run earn, yeah, you could get your upgrade points early, and then you could technically start jungling after duration extender, because that gives you an extra pulse on Pulse Grenade. That's why we get it early. Then the rest of these are just nice filler. You want movement speed, because this is a movement speed-based build. I'm going to show you off in just a little bit. Mystic Shot. The reason we get Mystic Shot is because this activates when you use Kinetic Carbine. And it's how we make Kinetic Carbine hit so damn hard. This is a mandatory item that you absolutely need. In early game, it's not super useful, but it does speed up jungling just a bit. Next up, as soon as you start roaming, either you won or lost your lane phase, or you're still in the lane phase, that's fine. We start building mobility and tankiness as early as possible, because Believe it or not, this playstyle is a front-line fighter. We are an initiator, we are a ganker, we're an assassin, we're a run the enemy down and finish them off kind of character. We're going to get dogpiled. We want them to dogpile us. We are a tank at heart. All right, so we start with our tanky items, Spirit Armor and Bullet Armor. This also gives us high base health. Just having these two early game makes you basically unkillable, as long as you're not a really garbage player. But we have Wall, we have Speed, we have lots of displacement, and after that we're getting Fortitude. And the reason we get Fortitude this early is for the bonus health. Gives us more damage, which we don't really utilize on our left click very much, but the movement speed. It lets us zoom around the map and farm up like crazy. And this gets amplified by Kinetic Carbine. Only by 1 movement speed, but we actually get 3 movement speed out of this and not 2. Alright, but this also allows us to engage the enemy in a team fight. When we get wounded, we can escape and back off to the back lines and snipe with Kinetic Carbine. And as long as we're not taking any kind of trickle damage, we will fully heal in like 14, 15 seconds. It's nuts. It's crazy how efficient this is at saving you time from having to go and heal. Then we go Surge of Power, and we're binding Surge of Power to Kinetic Carbine. This gives us more damage, more oomph, and after Kinetic Carbine is when you start shooting anyway, so that fire rate bonus really kicks in, but the movement speed bonus is why we mainly put it on Kinetic Carbine. Alright, the movement speed bonus is massive. It's more than 2, because Kinetic Carbine amplifies our move speed. Extra stamina into superior stamina gives us nice spirit power, but we really want the bonus stamina so that we can start split pushing lanes. And if we go deep in the enemy jungle and get caught out and our walls aren't saving us, or we can't just straight up kill whoever we're fighting, we can absolutely escape with this. And point blank, it helps us jungle, it gives us tankiness, it gives us another stamina. With superior stamina and point blank this early in the game, no one can catch you, and you can run everyone down, especially with how fast you're moving with Kinetic Carbine. Then we wrap up our tankiness, because, again, you get tanky this early, no one's killing you. Now, okay, if a Moe and Krill holds you down, and a Wraith is shooting you in the face, and a Haze is ulting you, all at the same time, you're probably dead. But if you, with good play and good practice, you'll never let a Moe and Krill get close enough to you to hold you down. And you're so fast with Kinetic Carbine, if a Wraith tries to levitate you, you just run away. Like, you literally just run away and put walls up, and oh no, you're floating, but there's a wall protecting you? What? And you're so tanky that a Wraith can't solo you anyway this early. Next up, we finish up our superior duration and cooldown. And duration and cooldown are both going to Kinetic Carbine. This is your most used ability, and it's going to be used every time it's off cooldown, or every time you're not using it, you have 3 seconds until you can use it again. And this lets you zoom all over the map. This lets you deal damage from any range. It is mandatory that you put duration and cooldown. We want longer duration so we can run longer. We want longer duration so we can freeze the enemy for an extra third of a second. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it really adds up. Next up, improve Spirit Mystic Vulnerability. This is improving our spirit damage, which you haven't needed at this point, but the team fights are starting to not really hurt as hard. But Pulse Grenade is a damage amp, and so the more damage we do, the better. Escalating Exposure is just free negative resist on the enemy. It's free resist on you and bonus health. This thing, you're really going to start chunking the enemy with just Pulse Grenade. Like, with how fast we get this build rolling out, and then Mystic Reverb, you're going to bind this to Kinetic Carbine, because that is your big nuclear damage hit. It slows them. It's also your opener, your closer, your finisher. But essentially, with Escalating Exposure and Mystic Reverb, you kill enemies in like 2 spells at this point. If you farmed up enough, and you're not the highest of high elos where everyone's, turbo jungling around the map and doing the same shit, you are literally so far ahead, you're so fed, you have like a 10 to 20k souls lead, because you can zoom all over the map and farm anything and everything at the same time almost, that you will have such a deadly kit, you can't be killed, and you kill everyone you run down. Pristine Emblem is just more resist, more spirit power. It's just a filler item. Echo Shard is your 4th flex slot, and this lets you throw 2 pulse grenades. This lets you put down multiple walls if you need to, which you shouldn't. You could do some crazy Kinetic Carbine stuff, but it's something you really shouldn't do. It gives us tankiness and move speed and spirit power, but mainly the double pulse grenades, because our Kinetic Carbine is going to hold the enemy in place while both pulse grenades and Alchemical Fire is up next, is all doing damage. When they dodge or run out of it through our wall, we teleport them back into that mess of AoE damage and they melt. They die. They're dead. They're donezo. And if they're still not, for some reason or somehow, then, well, the same cooldown of Pulse Grenade applies to Echo Shard. So every time Pulse Grenade is off cooldown, so is Echo Shard. So you've doubled your damage with Echo Shard. I really wish that I could get this earlier in the build, but it sacrifices too much. It's just too big of a hit to our tempo to get this any earlier than end game. But you don't even need this until end game anyway. As without it, you still 100-0 people with your combo. Alchemical Fire just lets you and your team deal more damage while you're swapping people, moving them around, holding them in place with your Kinetic Carbine while they burn. And then finally, of course, we have Boundless Spirit. This is just more spirit power, health, movement speed, weapon damage. It's not efficient for the cost to get it early. And there's no reason to get it early because you already kill everything anyway. This is just a finishing up your items kind of thing. That's why it's here by itself. So that's the items. Let's go over the skill order. At the very start of the match, you're going to learn Pulse Grenade. So this is your lane harass item. This is also, if the creep wave is bunched up, you can use this to farm the creep wave. If your tower is being pushed in really hard and you don't want to give up your tower early, this helps you deny that. Secondly, you learn Kinetic Carbine. And the way Kinetic Carbine will work, I'm going to explain this in a bit in the next segment, but you use this to freeze the enemy in your pulse grenades. And then they roll out of it. And it's just extra damage. So this is damage on itself, and it will add about 2 extra pulses with increased duration whenever you freeze them in a pulse grenade. So you're just dealing more damage and increasing your amplification on them. Third thing you're going to learn is Time Wall. This is just the wall that, it doesn't protect you from bullets. It will slow the bullets down. If an enemy shoots through your wall, the bullets freeze there for a little bit, and then they continue to go through. A lot of people don't know this in low elo, so you can abuse it. You can put a wall down, and the enemy will just stop shooting you for whatever stupid reason. They don't understand how the wall works. They think it's a shield. But no, it just slows the bullets down, so don't just stand in place with the wall in front of you. You gotta be like, strafing around and dodging those bullets, okay? So make sure, this is your third ability. I'm going to talk about how the abilities work in a bit. And then finally, Paradoxical Swap. This is the where you swap people around. I'm sure you've seen this or have this happen to you before when you've played, but that's what that ability is. We learn it last. It doesn't deal, like early game, we don't use this to jungle or clear Spirit Walkers, but late game, we absolutely use this in our combo, and it's going to be like on a 30-second cooldown, so you're just going to spam this every single team fight, or when you're running someone down, or ganking, or jungling, you're just going to blow up whoever you see with it, and it's so funny to do, it's so fun. Let's get into how Paradox works. So Paradox's weapon is called the Trade Secret. It is a 5-shot burst fire weapon, medium range, 58-meter damage range, not the highest DPS, but it shoots 5 bullets, and unfortunately, there is recoil. So if without moving my mouse and I left click the character, like the bullet trail goes upwards, right? And so if you just hold left click, it kind of resets each time. So the bullet recoil is not a big deal. But if you move your mouse down as you shoot, you can control the recoil. And so you're not having as much drag. But you have to be aware, like if you're aiming at the chest and you let the recoil do its thing, you're going to do headshots. So if you want pure headshots, you have to aim at the head and then drag your mouse down. And that's kind of a pain in the butt, especially when the enemy's strafing around in their mid-range. It's not the best weapon, but it is a 5-shot weapon. Now, if you look here, you'll see that we have a lot of bullets per second, but our bullet velocity, it's kind of medium. It's not the fastest, it's not the slowest. And if we shoot at the water tower here, you can see that there is there's almost no bullet drop at all. No bullet drop. So whenever you're securing souls or trying to deny the enemy, just keep that in mind. And I kind of like to paint lines a little bit, just kind of like that. And it works sometimes it doesn't from far range. But if you have good aim, you just, line it up like so and you shoot. And unfortunately, you can't shoot one shot. You have to shoot all 5. So yes, you have to be very good with ammo management early game, but we're not building her as a bullet carry, so we don't have to worry about that late game. But it does deal pretty good damage if you headshot the enemy creep wave. It deals okay damage against enemy heroes, but to be fair, with our build, we don't build as a lane bully. So if you're up against like a Moe and Krill in a solo lane and they build standard, you're never going to reduce their health enough to matter with your gun. You're just not. Even if you're headshotting him constantly, he's just going to be able to shrug it off and continue self-healing and then sustaining. And so early game, you need to focus on getting those last hits and getting those secures and denies. And that's why our very first buy is high velocity magazine, so that the bullet travels much faster. So now that it travels faster, it's way easier to get those last hits. It's way easier to, you know, drain the enemy's health, get those creeps killed, and so on and so forth. But, you know, late game, we just use our left click for Mystic Shot, which deals around 500-ish damage by itself, but we're almost always going to be using Mystic Shot first with our Kinetic Carbine anyway, and Kinetic Carbine only uses one bullet. So if I shoot Kinetic Carbine, boom, we're 39 out of 40. But if I use my regular left click, it's 5 bullets, so we're 35 out of 40. And, yeah, so late game, we don't even farm creeps with our left click unless you're just clearing out a small wave. You're going to just clear it with Pulse Grenade, or you're going to one-shot them with Kinetic Carbine while you zoom past them. Because you're going to be so mobile, you're not really just going to sit there and shoot creeps for, like, the whole game or anything, so we don't really build around it. But, yeah, that's her weapon. It's all right. It doesn't really scale with too much of anything. But, yeah, so our build, again, we're a Spirit Assassin tank. We're not so much a bullet carry in this regard. Pulse Grenade is our first ability, our number 1 ability here, and at first, when you throw it, I'm going to reset my character here. When you throw it, it's just a small little AoE that deals damage. The enemy's going to roll out of this immediately. They're just going to dodge out of it. They're not going to sit in it. It gives them a debuff that gives you damage amplification, and this damage amplification actually stacks, but the UI does not show it. So, I didn't mean to cast that. But you can see here that the damage ramps up. So we dealt 45, now 48, 50, 54. And then if we were to throw more with that damage amplification, it will just continue to amplify. 55, 59, 61, 64. So yes, this amp is endless and infinite, okay? This amp is endless, right? And later in the game, we have such a low cooldown that we can... Like, you're going to kill him so fast, you're never going to amp up enough for it to really matter. But in a prolonged team fight, the more you amp up, the more your Kinetic Carbine is going to execute. This is like this is basically Vindicta on steroids. And I'm going to get to Kinetic Carbine in a bit. But for the sake of comboing Pulse Grenade, what you do is whenever you shoot a Kinetic Carbine at an enemy, and I actually have a better target I can show you this on, this running guy here, is whenever you shoot someone with Kinetic Carbine, they slow down for a little bit. Now, early game, it's not that long, but when you upgrade this, it will slow them down longer. But the combo is essentially, while you're charging Kinetic Carbine, you throw a Pulse Grenade and then you shoot them, and that will give you extra pulses while they're in it. And then as they run out of the grenade, you pop a wall and you swap them back into the grenade and through your wall, which I failed to do there. But I'm going to talk more about the full combo towards the end. But that's essentially what you do, and because everything's such slow cooldown and you run so fast and you're so tanky and you have so much stamina, the enemy can't get away. They're going to be so slowed and hindered and wounded, and they're going to fight back, and they're going to deal no damage to you. And unless they like constantly crowd control you with silences and disarms, you're an unstoppable force, and you 100 to 0 them with your combo. And you're going to be so farmed up, they can't stand up to you. They'll be too afraid to leave their base to jungle because you'll be there in the shadows ready to jump out at them with your carbine ticking talk noises. And, like, they can hear this across the damn map. They can hear this ticking. And, yeah, you're just an absolute massive problem to deal with. Now, when you have full upgrades on Pulse Grenade, it grows bigger in size. So you look here, it's growing bigger. Every single time it pulses, it gets bigger. So, yes, we actually have, increased duration stuff that's going to give that an extra pulse. So it'll get even bigger than what I just showed you there when I have full items, or at least partial items. So there we go. Let's just get some items in. And yes, I didn't have flex slots unlocked. I know. Surge of power, superior duration. We put everything on 3, by the way. So yeah, this is basically what you're going to have around 30 minutes into the match. If you're doing a good job, if not, maybe 35 minutes if you're doing really terribly. But now you can see how big this thing gets, right? It is massive. Look at that. Oh boy. It's like all the way right here, right? So I'm going to stand on that little spot where it was. And let's not use the carbine. But trying to throw it in the same spot again, you can see like it grows big. It really covers a large area, okay? And so with Echo Shard, you can throw 2 of these. And that means you can cover an even larger area. But also we have, you can see this 14 stack here. Right, we have escalating exposure, which is combining with the amp, right? And so the damage gets ridiculously high. But because this guy is all amped up and everything, well, when you carbine shoot him with the right build, and again, that's not going to show the damage properly there because I'll explain later why. But essentially, you're just going to nuke their health from 100 to 0 super duper quick with your full combo, and I'll show that off in a bit. But I just want to fully explain to you how Pulse Grenade works. Now for jungling, all right, let's take it back. Let's reset our hero, and we're gonna max out Pulse Grenade first. And with our jungle kit, all right, our basic jungle kit, this is all that items you'll have as soon as you get 7,500 souls. You throw your Pulse Grenade, this thing dies. So we don't have to even fight the medium camps. The medium camps just die. So you throw your grenade into the jungle pit, you leave to the greener adventures to go farm, and you're just going to get souls, boom, done. The only exception to this is there's a few tricky rooms where you have to space your grenade perfectly, and in some jungle camps, these guys burrow underground. You have to walk up to them, they have to poke their head up, and you have to stand there and eat 2 of their health bars, and after 2 health... Sorry, I'm hiccuping. After 2 health bars, then you can walk away before they re-burrow, and they will die to the grenade. So it'll look like this. Alright, that's 2 health bars, and then you leave, right? And then you leave their line of sight, they'll burrow back down. They won't get to burrow before they die to the pulse grenade, though. So I'll explain that in the live commentary section if you care about that part. But I just want to let you know that's how we're jungling. And again, the live commentary part is really how you're going to learn how this all comes together. But I just want to explain Pulse Grenade, very good. You can also just kind of Kobe this or just from downtown it randomly, right? Just kind of chunk it out and just see if enemy health bars pop up. In this case, I failed to hit the guy. But, you know, he could walk into it like he almost did there, right? But yeah, it's you just chunk it randomly over buildings or just where you think the enemy might run to. And if you see health bars, why is that not hitting him? Oh, come on. He was like just out of range. So yeah, it's come on, you're so close, step into it. Oh man. Anyway, bad timing, bad aim from me. But what I'm just trying to say is you could just, you know, like randomly toss this like over buildings, right? And then when it lands, it might kill some creeps, it might land on an enemy hero, and most of the time you're going to be so busy farming, that's not really going to be what you're doing. But if the entire map's jungle is cleared in like high elo, that never happens in mid elo, but in high elo the jungle will be empty. You're just going to throw these randomly around and see if people walk into them or not, or if you catch somebody. And if you do, now you know where they're at, and you can zoom up to them and beat their butts. Next up is Time Wall. This is the blue wall that you put down just like this. It casts it directly in front of you. And technically, you can angle it upwards like this if you want to, like, say, fight a Vindicta or a Great Talon or something. But essentially, any bullets or projectiles or spells that hit the wall will eventually pass through it over time. It's not immediate, and I could try to show you that, but it's kind of a pain in the butt without a second computer or, you know, really quick, you know, menuing with an AI opponent. But essentially, you cast this. You want to cast this I'm going to show you the combo in a little bit, but you cast this to where the enemy is, and then when they pass through it, they will be silenced at max upgrades. They will take a percentage of their max health, which target dummies have 3,000 health, so they take 300 damage. As far as I understand, this is not negated by resists, so yes, this is just a free 10% health, and you could cast it on top of people, but that's kind of hard to do. I don't expect anyone to really do that. It's a little unreliable too. But after you've walled somebody, after they pass through the wall, you can make them pass through it again, and that actually hit twice for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. So you pass people through the wall, you deal % max damage, you silence them. It slows down projectiles that are coming at you. I use this when I'm running through enemy jungles and they're following me. I will put this in like a doorway, and either they won't follow, or they continue to follow and hurt themselves and become silenced, and then I just turn around and kill them. fighting a Paradox indoors is a nightmare, because when you're indoors, like, you have this, like, small little arena. Well, I'm just gonna throw pulse grenades and walls everywhere, and then you're just in trouble. Like, you're dead. There's no escape from the pulse grenades. You know, so if you manage to get someone to follow you indoors, they're as good as dead. You are a beast of an indoor fighter, and it's so fun too, because you can do things like this is a veil that you can't see through. So if you know the enemies are coming, you can like sneakily put a wrong spell. You can sneakily put a wall here, and assuming, you know, they can't see around the corner, they run through the wall and take damage. It's the funniest thing ever. And yes, I love to bait people through the gray side of the veils with walls. I mean, it's just a free kill. You just wall them, and then as soon as they come in, you have your Carbine charged, you pulse grenade them, you freeze them in the wall, you run through your wall, you swap them, they get swapped again, you blast them, they can't see you, and they start running away. I have 8 stamina, they don't, so you just sit here and then do, you know, dash runs. You have Carbine, so you can chase them down, and I'm not talking about Carbine yet, but look, I'm running at 25 meters a second, okay? They're not escaping this. Even an Infernus can only run at 20 movement speed a second with his skill. And yes, we're so tanky, we can walk on Infernus's, you know, burning ground without much damage taken. It's nuts. It's crazy. Now, also, when you're in the sky, which you shouldn't do this, but it is a momentum stopper. Like, if you're falling, you can kind of time wall, and you'll freeze in the air for a moment. I don't know why you would use this. I haven't found a use for it. It's just something. It's just the way the character works, I suppose. So yeah, if you want to like if you're going really fast forward, and you want to stop your momentum, like say you get goo punched by a viscous, well you can wall it and it'll stop your momentum. But there's other ways to stop your momentum that are better than that, and that is mostly through Kinetic Carbine anyway. And we have so much stamina, you can technically just dash against a goo punch, and you'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, another great thing that I like to use time wall early game is defending towers, okay? So what happens is, like, because we're a solo queue player, we don't have friends, we're not in a sweaty Discord pre-teaming, a lot of times if you're the solo laner, you get 1v2'd because almost always your opponents will be pre-teaming, and they're going to eventually zerg down your lane and beat you up. So when they come to kill your tower, you build walls around your tower, and the enemy might have to try to like get a different angle on the tower, but most of the time they're just going to stop shooting it, or if they actually play a Paradox, they'll just shoot through your wall and eventually hit the tower. But what they'll do is you'll force them back with pulse grenades, so by the time their bullet hits the tower, they're too far from the tower and the tower takes no damage. It's small things like that you just kind of learn over time as you play a Paradox, but time wall, there's really not a lot to it. It's just part of our combo. We don't use it for too much else other than walling off enemies. And if you're in a team fight, yeah, just cast this willy-nilly around and your team will get behind it and they'll shoot through it and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Kinetic Carbine is our third and main ability. This is what the entire build is built around, is comboing this bad boy. Now earlier I showed you Kinetic Carbine, but you may be thinking the damage sucks, because look at this, 585 damage, gross. Well, that's at level 1. We're a level 1 Paradox. Let's hit max level. There we go. Now we have way more bullet damage, and I'm going to wait for this debuff to go away. And this is just straight up, no debuffs, no pulse grenade. If we just shoot this target with our full build in the chest, that is 866 damage with a reverb of 271, which is, again, not that much. The main opener that we use this for, besides like poking enemies from like across the map, we use this to freeze the enemy. So just look how long he's slowed and frozen. That whole entire time he was frozen, that opens us up to spam our abilities all over this guy, right? So what happens also when you cast Kinetic Carbine, there's a few things. It increases your move speed. So right now, my base run speed, my sprint speed is 15 meters a second with full build. When I cast Kinetic Carbine, I go to 17, and then I go to 25. Now, if I ride the rails, that speed is also amplified to 32. So I can use this to zoom around the map, farm jungles all over the map, doesn't matter how far they are. I can run to any lane that needs defense, or if there's an enemy on my mini-map that's by himself, you Kinetic Carbine, and you run all the way across the damn map into the enemy, and then you combo them down with this spell. So I'm going to go over the combo in just a bit, but I want to show off how this ability actually works and interacts, and cool things that it can do. So when you hold right-click, it freezes your momentum. The game calls it a time stop, so it looks like this. I'll show you. let's say we climb to the top here, and we're jumping off the building. When I hold, well, let's just do that. When I hold right click, I'm just hovering in the air, giving me plenty of time to basically fly. You become a flying character if you want to. And since we have superior stamina, we could triple jump in the air. Like, say we jump over this veil, and stop jumping on the damn rails, okay? We can just jump, 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 and then we could kind of hold our, well, I ran out of cooldown. So let me try that again. We can jump, 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 and then, damn it, get off the rail! I'm filming a video! And then we can hold our right click, and we just freeze in the air until we get a good angle and shoot the enemy, right? Also, I want you to note that headshots deal more damage with this spell also, and I don't go for headshots. My aim isn't that great. I'm older, and my reaction time is crappier, and my monitors are old, so I'm not a headshot guy. But if you want to go for headshots, you can. It's more damage. You don't need the headshot damage to 100 to 0 most players anyway. So it's just something you would do if you're an absolute tryhard. But mainly we use Kinetic Carbine as a sprint. This lets us get around the map. You can triple jump, and then you could just shoot whoever you want. This also deals insane damage to enemy towers, spirit walkers, and, you know, like, you could run in, you could snipe down the freaking, the things you kill before the patron. I forget their name. The shrines. You can literally snipe the shrine and then run the hell out of there before the enemy can respond. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It also lets you kill the big jungle creeps by dealing a ton of damage to their face. Like, this guy's like medium health. Boom. Like, now he's just dead, right? Took 2 shots, but you get the idea. So Kinetic Carbine, it's our main ability. You're going to be constantly casting this the entire time it's off cooldown, basically the whole match, zooming around, and this is your main combo starter, combo finisher. If you're fighting anyone from long distance and you're recovering or your skills are on cooldown and you can't go in and brawl, this is your long-range sniper option, right? So you just, again, I missed there, whatever, let's try again, and there we go. So we managed to hit that enemy. And again, it deals okay damage, right? It deals okay damage without any of your combos. But with your combo, you're going to just delete people. Especially if you've engaged them, done your combo, and they're still alive, and they're trying to get away. The second shot deals incredibly high, stupid damage, alright? So, Kinetic Carbine, it is something that you're going to be constantly casting. But as the enemy, they can hear this ticking noise across a very long distance. Like, if I'm over here, this guy can hear me. This guy can hear the ticking noise, so they know you're coming. But because you're going to be such a menace with this build, this instills fear. This is kind of like a terror radius thing from Dead by Daylight or something. It is literally, they hear this ticking noise, and they're like, oh shit, and they're going to start running back to base, getting on the rails, trying to escape, you running up and just killing them with your combo. It's so funny. It's so crazy. Let me show you the combo now. Alright, so the combo is a little hard to pull off while I'm live commentating it. So I'm going to explain the combo in slow motion first. So you charge Kinetic Carbine, you throw a pulse grenade, you shoot the enemy, freezing them in the pulse grenade, you then cast wall, and then as they run away from you through the wall preferably, let's say this guy wants to run this direction, and I'm approaching from the side of the jungle here, right? So I'm gonna have Kinetic Carbine charge. I'm gonna come out of the side of the jungle. He's gonna be like, oh crap, throw a grenade, freeze him, wall him. He's gonna roll through this, and then as he rolls through it, we're going to use Paradoxical Swap, and that's gonna swap him through the wall, back into the pulse grenade, and then we're gonna have another Kinetic Carbine to just finish him off with, and that's gonna deal tremendous damage. So let me show you what that would look like against a moving target. Alright, so here we go. We got it charged up. We're running towards our enemy. We got our bomb ready. So throw, shoot, wall, and then we shoot. We, do this, and then we charge up another one, and then we shoot them again. And that is just massive, massive, massive damage. It is insanely crazy. They're not getting away. And also, your left click just does good damage, too. Like, your bullets deal good damage, because we have, full weapon build. Your Mystic Shot alone does okay damage, but every time that your abilities are off cooldown, that's what it looks like. And I'll show you this again with no cooldown turned off, so you can just see the cooldowns. So here we go. Alright, so this is combo number 2. We're, again, charging up. We're going to run at the enemy fast as possible. Got our grenade ready. Throw a grenade, put the wall down. We're shooting them. We're swapping them through the grenade, which I actually missed my ultimate there. But later on, I'm not going to show you these items so much, because Alchemical Fire and Echo Shard, most games end before you get to buy these, okay? But if you do, it would look something even crazier. So we're going to double pulse grenade. You have the pulse grenade out. So it's going to look something like this. Paradoxical swap through the wall. Throw this down again. And you can see the damage gets crazy. The damage gets so nutty, disgustingly stupid. And when they're fully debuffed, they're still not dead. A full shot, that's 2,443 reverbed or 1,239. Again, that's going to kill everything but the tanks, okay? And a lot of people in mid elo don't build resistance. In high elo, everyone's got resistance. Speaking of, we have 3,208 base HP. You're going to have 3,500 plus HP if you are properly jungling. And our tankiness is 64 bullet resist, 65 spirit resist, with 8 stamina. We're damn near unkillable. We have a wall that stops projectiles and spells. We move at an insanely fast rate with 25 movement speed, okay? Like, we're not dying, okay? We're not freaking dying with this build unless you get held down and ulted by multiple enemies, or they have a hyper carry that's hyper farmed, which is usually not the case, but it depends on your match, really. So for the team fight, let's say that this is the enemies are all ganged up right here, and our team's all right here. What you want to do is try to kind of backdoor them in some way from the side. So I would come in like this, throw the grenade down, and then shoot them, wall, ult them, throw everything I've got down, throw walls down, and then I would just start roll jumping away back towards my team, who hopefully capitalizes on the carnage, but also, as the tank, as someone with over 3k HP that's hyper-fed, got some bullet shields, and you have walls, the enemy's going to dump everything they have on you, right? So we're not always the initiator. Sometimes, if that's the case, if the enemy team is full of hard crowd controls, people with stuns and lockdowns and disarms, you have to let your team kind of start fighting first, and the enemy will be so focused on your team that when you come in from the side, you just delete the enemy carry and get the hell out of there. So, again, we delete the enemy carry, we're just going to spam our spells, and again, swap them through the wall. And I know I'm not doing the combo correctly, but I'm just kind of showing you that even if you piano your keys, you still do a heck load of damage, okay? And we have such short cooldowns that you can constantly do this. And if the enemy starts running away through, like, indoors areas and they're trying to slip away, well, we run faster than they do. There's no escaping Paradox, okay? If they jump on the rails, even if they have, like, the glowing protection, your Carbine freezes them, right? So now they're frozen on the rails, and then you just finish them off with left clicks. You can't pulse grenade them. I mean, you can kind of throw it on a wall, I guess, but that's, like, really niche. I've never done a wall pulse grenade kill like that before, so it'd be cool to, like, see some clips of that, I guess. But essentially, that's how we play Paradox, right? Let me talk about her ultimate. So, Paradoxical Swap is her ultimate, and you can see here that it just does damage. You get 100% lifesteal of the damage that you've done, and it has a decent 20-meter cast range. So this is our cast range, so 20 meters is about right there. And then you cast it, and then you're just kind of yoink them around. But I'm pretty sure we cast at 51 meters, okay? So, yeah, it's actually 51 meters. So we can cast this pretty far away. All right, let's get no cooldown going. Here we go. Boom. Look at that. So let's say your whole team is here, and you just want to play as a pseudo Bebop, right? You swap in, right? You wall, they're not getting away, and then you freeze them for your team. You don't even need to fully charge it because it still freezes the same amount regardless. You only fully charge it for the damage, but it still slows them down. Doesn't hold them down as long. A full charge will hold them in place longer, as you can see. So, again, your team should just eat whoever you swap in with. And because you're the tank, swapping is not dangerous to you at all. We have the stamina, we have the tankiness, we have the abilities to get away, we have the move speed to get away. If we're in the enemy team fight, we pulse grenade, that's tons of damage. We have alchemical fire, echo shard for more pulse grenades. Like, the damage just gets ridiculous, right? There we go. So that's like 2 pulse grenades and a fully charged kinetic carbine is just massive, stupid damage, alright? But again, if you throw alchemical fire also, it's even more crazy damage. And also, alchemical fire and pulse grenade, if you're wounded, your skills are on cooldown and you don't want to engage because the enemy is hyper-fed, you sit in the back lines and you just chunk grenades, right? You just sit here and chunk grenades. And there you go. Like, the damage is pretty crazy. I have killed players, like enemy carries in games, with just 1 pulse grenade and alchemical fire. Because they're so slowed and they're out of stamina, and I just happen to land it dead center, and by the time they get to the edge of the grenade, they're dead. It's so funny to see, and it's like, dude, build some damn resistance. Holy crap. You would be surprised how many people just go straight into bullet carry, and they hold left click like hazes. There's so many hazes in mid-elo that don't build any resistance or movement or stamina or anything, and you just catch them out and they're dead. You shut them down for the entire game. It is so funny to see. And let's say they do run away and you don't feel like chasing them. You just swap them, and now they're back to square one, and then you can chase them. They have to literally run past you like a football match, like an American hand-egg match, trying to get back to safety. And you're too fast, you're too powerful, you slow them down, and you deal too much damage, and you're too tanky to stop. You're an unstoppable, massive force of just absolute destruction. And it's so fun to play. Let's get to the live commentary part so I can show you just how crazy this all works. Alright, this is the live gameplay commentary part of the video. No sleep in 30 hours, stayed up for the election results. No warm-up games in 24 hours. Old monitors from 2010, 60 hertz, lots of ghosting. My aim sucks. Let's do this. I am in a solo queue by myself. I don't know anyone here. I am in a duo lane with Hayes against Ivy and Wraith. We're going to go ahead and learn Pulse Grenade first. Let's do this. Let's see how it works. Let's see what, how things unfold. And generally, Ivy plays support healer, so harassing the enemy is just pointless. But it really depends on what the Ivy does. The Wraith is also going to be probably super aggressive. So I'm just going to, throw some nades out so that they can't just walk up on us. Force them to kind of dodge around. The Ivy's going to throw her kudzu bombs out. That's fine. And I'm just going to sit here and push the lane. Also, that soul did not float up at all. I'm going to hug the heal minion every time so I can reduce the harass. That card hit the side of the barrels and still did damage. And again, we're going for headshots here. We're trying to get those denies. There we go. 330 versus 498. So they're actually winning right now in souls. They're also doing pretty good on harass. So yeah, I think they have the better composition. And because we're a solo queue and we don't know our lane partner, there is a very high chance that the enemy team is a pre-made, coordinating in a Discord server, which is really unfair for solo players. They really need a solo-only mode. I would love that, but... Okay, this one's meleeing, so we're going to punish with a Carbine into Pulse Grenade. So that was only one pulse due to Ivy having more stamina than other characters, because she's a tiny little gargoyle, whatever. That's a card. We're going to dodge away from that. And again, we're just going to play safe. You know, Hayes is also a very weak lane partner until mid-game, or, you know, it really depends, I guess, on the opponents. If it was like a Mo and Krill, Hayes could just dump on them, but it's Ivy. Ivy's already, like, a short stack character, and Wraith is just your standard human, so it's not a lot really to shoot at. Also, anytime you shoot at Wraith, she can shoot back and throw cards, so... I really shouldn't have reloaded there because that thing's about to die. There we go. We actually timed it, though. Pretty good. This one also, the heal minion. I need to... 20 shots. Let's make them count. There we go. We got them. Alright. I need to throw more pulse grenades, but not much I can do right now. Just make sure that I'm getting all the last hits. Also, that was a deny I didn't get. We got our third ability unlocked. Let's get some buys. There we go. Just buy up. And you can see I'm mostly full HP. I'm not bothering to... Oh. Why is that... Why is Ivy just there? And she walked into the pulse grenade, dude. What? Okay. Must be as asleep as me, I suppose. Alright. So, lane phase, this guide, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the worst part of the guide, is the lane phase. You just got to suffer through 7.2 or 7.5 thousand souls. 7,500. Wow, I can't talk today. But, yeah, that's all we need, and then we start jungling, and then Hayes can have the lane to herself, or we can just abandon it. It's whatever you feel like doing, honestly. There's no real rules, right? But the jungle's definitely better farm, especially since we have mid already. If we can push the lanes a bit, we can get the mids. Alright. There we go. Got our next upgrade into Pulse Grenade. And this Ivy eating a lot of punishment. I haven't checked her items yet, but she is not going support. She is going Kudzu Bomb spam, it looks like. That's what she bought. What she bought. Excuse me. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here? I didn't combo any of that, by the way. I'm not awake. I didn't even notice that was happening. Oops. Yeah, they're definitely, like, Like, pugs don't do that kind of stuff. Like, like two randos on a team don't just do coordinated dives from the side like that, okay? That's not a thing that happens. And, yeah, we dodged that card. What's she gonna do about it? Get these last hits. Don't get denied. Awesome. Got some more buys. Got our last 500s. Well, until later, we get extra spirit. We don't buy that early because it doesn't fit into the build. We don't need it yet. But, yeah. Alright. Just working on farming, working on staying alive, working on denying. We got our ultimates. Do they? They don't. Oh, we're ahead. I'm ahead, actually. I've got all the farm. Alright. And I haven't even been denying that much. Let's not stand in Kudzu Bomb. That's what she wants. So they're doing like a duo where they just whittle you down with cards and bombs. And that's fine. That's standard stuff. So we just got to be very aggressive. Yeah, they hit the wall. I know. I don't care. We just got to be aggressive and push the lane.
Here we go.
So let's take a shot. Which ooh, there we go. She walked into that one. It doesn't do much damage because we don't build for early harass. We just mainly use that to freeze the enemy. And yes, she's missing all her cards. I'm very oh, we got a big pulse. Big pulse. Let's yeah. Oh no. Okay, well, Hayes got both of them. I weakened them though. That was me. I did my part, right? I'm doing my part too. There we go. We're synced up. We're trying to fist pump both the same creep wave. I'm just gonna pulse grenade. I should steal their jungle. I think they already cleared it. That's why they were in this room here. Yeah, it's already cleared. Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna. Okay, here they come. She's gonna ult and lift one of us, probably, maybe. That's why I'm backing up very aggressively. Let's Carbine shooter. There we go. Nice little slow there. Uh-oh. There's a pocket here. Let's wall them. Let's swap. I've been ulted by the pocket, so I have to back or I die. Like, that's just the reality, right? And if they shoot me, if there's an owl, there's noises. I think Ivy tried something, but pocket poison doesn't kill you. It just lowers you to 1 HP. You just gotta chill. Get some farm, you know? Yeah, let Hayes have some farm. Alright, we go back. We speed boost back so they don't take the tower. That's what they want. Ooh, got it. Got the combo. Big. I don't have any other abilities, though. She's got 4 stamina. Nothing I can really capitalize on. So, yeah, that's... I can just harass. Let's do a little bit of damage. Again, we don't build for lane bully. We build for early jungle speed. That's our goal. Which we're close. We have 3 items left to get, and we're only 7 minutes in, so we're doing pretty good, right? We're not the top, you know, farm of the team or anything, but we're doing pretty good. I'm just gonna throw a pulse grenade and get these creeps farmed. There's no one here to deny us. I hear a McGinnis, who is on our team. Okay, good. So McGinnis is ours. I haven't paid attention to my own team comp. Again, I just I discover them as the match goes on. Like, oh, we have a McGinnis. Oh, we have a a Wraith. The enemy has Wraith. Okay, just heads up. But no, we can't do the big jungle yet, but we can steal their jungle, and this is risky, by the way. It's kind of risky to steal their jungle, so we're gonna focus heavily on the big guy. So we stole half that jungle. I'm not gonna fight the other half here because it's again, I have no stamina, I have no escapes, I don't even have boots 2 yet, so we just kind of denied some of their jungle, right? We need to like normally you lane phase longer than 8 minutes. Right, but you know we can roam around a bit. Let's focus on these 3. Drop a nade, kill the little guy. There we go. Shoot the Gar here. Again, we're just gonna slowly chip away at them. We don't have our items yet. We don't have our final pulse grenade level, so this does get a little slower. But Hayes and McGinnis are in. Never mind, purple. I'm still gonna finish this creep off. There we go. And I want to finish the little one off too, so this... If you don't, they don't respawn. So that's why I'm doing that. And yeah, Pocket is... Pocket's over here trying to get Spirit Walker. And I could have swapped him, but I don't need to. He is denying a bunch somehow. I don't even know how he can see any of that through all the fire and the spells. Yeah, he's wounded, but I can't do much against that right now. I can, like, he's just gonna teleport away. He's just like, see you later, pocket. So I can just farm this lane for a bit till we get our items, which we almost have them. Just need 200 more, 250 more. About. Pocket might dump his ult on me, and again, pushing this far without my items right now. Normally, we're in mid game already somehow at 9 minutes. It's so weird. But it's fine. We're just gonna throw that there. We have the items now. No, we don't. Not yet. Because I'm still 4 out of 5 on skill points. So we need to do a little bit more jungling. Maybe. We'll work our way out. We're at 3.3k. I need 3.75k is where I need to be. So, that's this jungle. Go ahead and just do that real quick. Kill this one. Line of sight these guys. There we go. Mid boss spawned. So 200 more, 250 more. There we go. We're so close. We're so close, guys. Go back to purple. And then we will have the 5th level. And we have the items for the jungle. We just need the upgrade point, right? So there we go. Once that pops, boom, 5th point. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Got it. Okay, so we upgraded pulse grenade all the way. Now things get fast, but we can push this lane a bit more. And there's a lot going on in blue. They might rotate if I push too hard, and without my stamina items, I will be caught and killed. And that would not be good. So we just upgraded our Kinetic Carbine, which doesn't give us speed boost yet. It's still too early, really. It does a little bit, but we don't have the items. Alright. We had a good run, says the McGinnis. Alright, so there we go. Now we pulse grenade, and we get all the crates. And these things on the edge won't die, unfortunately. Again, we need those other items. But we're so close. We're so close to buying them, right? Anyway, 6 seconds on that. Looking at the lanes, I'm just going to wait the 2 more seconds. And yes, I could be shooting them now, like so. There we go. Go ahead and just shoot them up. And that should finish them off. There we go. Alright, good. And that is, again, so we fully upgraded. Hold on. We fully upgraded Pulse Grenade. We're going to start upgrading Kinetic Carbine. Got our final buys and Spirit Armor, so that's really neat. And Purple's being pushed. I'm going to be there. I have Kinetic Carbine. It's a Pocket worth 10k, so he does have farm on us, but it's Pocket. I'm not very scared of a Pocket. Like, what's he going to do? Like, ult me and then slowly whittle me down with his spells that I'm not going to stand still and let him hit me with. The Haze tried to backdoor him. I'm hoping he was in a jungle or something. But yeah, he's not there. So I guess I did share some farm with her. That's fine. But yeah, we're tanky. We have our next upgrade in Carbine, and that is +2 speed boost duration. Hell yeah, brother. So now we can move a little bit faster, but we're going to work on that bullet armor next. And blue lane is looking nice and juicy because the enemy creeps are stacking up. Everything's looking up. And this one has an item shop too, so we don't have to go back. Or go to the secret shop. There's a McGinnis here sharing farm with me.
You fuckers gonna call you're missing? Blue all over here.
Oh, I love it. This dude's mad at pixels. Gotta love it. Now, normally I'd give him some lip back.
All in green.
But I'm recording a video, so I will keep out of it because I don't want the video to devolve in me voice trolling randos that probably have to go to work in like a couple hours or something. Shame, really. Missed opportunity much? A little bit. Alright, McGinnis is jungling. I'm going to steal some of that. She's going to let me finish this, I guess. There we go. And I'm just going to absorb this with Viscous and McGinnis. That is hard to say. Viscous McGinnis. Viscous McGinnis. Batman Beyond McGinnis. Alright, Fortitude at 3k. We're getting there. When we have Fortitude, that's a huge movement boost. Alright. Mine went missing. I just killed it, he says, the Viscous. Being cheeky. Cheeky Viscous. Yes, they just took purple Spirit Walker. That's fine. It's whatever. Don't worry about defending the Spirit Walkers too much. Someone's denying me. Oh, it's Pocket. I have a wall here. I don't know why. I misclicked. It's not a misclick because I pushed buttons, but you get the idea. You know what it means. Anyway, yeah. That's what 30 hours no sleep will do. That's what no warm-up game will do. That's what Delirium will do. Anyway, we got Fortitude at 3k. Why am I going back? I don't know. Is Viscous role-playing as Viscous? Oh, he sounded a little viscousy to me. Alright, don't need to watch those die. What's going on in the yellow lane? Maybe we could fight just a little bit? There's what is this? What is she doing? Well, okay, walk through the wall if you dare. Oh, you do dare. Yoinkers! I missed my ult. That's fine, we got her though. Oh, can we deny those? No? Okay, whatever. Guess we just let the enemy get those souls then. Oh well. Yeah. Look at these little things hissing and growling. Hissing and growling. We're gonna tap each one of them, and they're all dead anyway. Yeah. 4.3k. So let's look at the farm. I'm at 14k farm, so I'm the farm lead on my team. Looking at the enemy team, the pocket has 14k, which ain't a big deal. Let's get these two hit. There we go, and then we just roll along. Try to get those perma buffs. Looks like there's an Ivy with 12k in this lane pushing. Let's see if we can do a little sneaky beaky wall thing. Please walk through the veil. That would be so funny. Hello, I'm over here. Come get me. No? Okay. It's flying. Let's go indoors. Just wait it out. She wants to ult me, which is just gonna pop me up. I could snipe her. It won't do much. Like, there's no point, really. But yeah, there you go, see? Like, it's not gonna do much. Not right now. I don't have the items for it. Just to show you. Like, you're just wasting time shooting at a flying target. Can't combo flyers either. Also, I'm sharing farm with Viscous, which I don't want to do. So, I'm going to go back and get Fortitude, and we're going to zipline boost that because I want to start moving faster. Fortitude is a huge movement boost, and then with that, we can maybe go purple and get some of that farm, which there's like everyone there, but whatever. So, we're going to wall and swap. And that did nothing, but my team is diving in now, so I did eat some of her time. We're going to Carbine her. She's going to pop out over here, but she's dead before she got to. So that's fine. We still don't have Surge of Power, which I would like to have had by 15 minutes. It's now 16 minutes. I'm 0. I have no kills, so that's why I'm a little behind. But my farm is okay. My lane phase got interrupted early. So normally I would, just chill in the lane and farm some more, but this should get us to 3k. Now we can get Surge of Power. Also wrapping up Kinetic Carbine just in time. It's all, again, I have the items very specifically laid out for this purpose. We have a pocket in here in this lane, and we're going to combo the hell out of him now. Wall him. He's going to try to brawl us, which we win. We win this brawl. Let's swap him, because why not? It's not going to do much. He ulted me. Also, I'm getting attacked by, you're just dead, bro. Like, if I'm dead, you're dead. So, again, we're just going to pulse grenade and walk through it. Walk through this grenade. I have no team here to do anything. I could have parried that, but my team is busy in blue lane. And yes, that was, that's their top killer. That's their top killer and their second top killer. That's a 2v1, which I'm just able to straight up kill him. I'm not even supposed to be fighting them yet. I'm supposed to be backdooring and jungling until I get these 3 items, which we have that one already. So, if I had these items in that fight, I would have had 4 extra stamina to just leave the fight entirely. But because I didn't have the stamina, I was forced to sit there and trade against the what's her name? Yamato, not Yasuo, that's League of Legends. Alright, now we upgrade our ultimate, which in that fight, I didn't even have an upgraded ultimate, so it dealt less damage. So that pocket would have been even more in trouble. So I just want you to see how this build works. Just because I died one time doesn't mean, oh, it's bad, or oh, you're bad at the game. No, it doesn't mean any of that crap. What is going on here?
I see right.
Oh, man. You see things when you're tired. You just see interesting things. I should have charged up Carbine before fighting this, but whatever. Also, everyone's going to come and yoink the jungle from me. Or maybe not. There's 7 in here. 7 nearby. There we go. That's a free kill. There's a Dynamo coming, and I don't like Dynamo because he's going to give me a death hug. So we're just going to leave and push lanes just a little bit, and then we'll go back in. We'll go back in a sec when he forgets about me and he thinks I'm not there anymore, which is now. So, yeah. Ooh, pocket. Ooh, see, pocket. There's a lot going on in there, and I'm just not going to... Yeah, here comes Yamato. She's latched. I got that stamina now. So what's she gonna do? Nothing. I have a wall. She's gonna go around the wall. That's fine. We have Carbine boost. I thought she was gonna dash at me. I don't know why. So I shot the ground. Yes. I have no warm-ups. Fine. Let's just throw a pulse grenade and see what we hit. Nothing. That's fine. McGinnis is ulting. Let's go sniper. We're the rooftop sniper. Let's just completely miss our shots. That's right. Follow me. I'm the tank. I am literally the tank. Is she ulting? What's she doing? I could have walled that too. Hello. There's a wall there now. Please go through it. Yes. Yes. You want to brawl? We can grenade there. Yeah, just, again, not a whole lot going on right now. We're tanky as hell. Hello, Dynamo. He's trying to ult me. I bet he's trying to grab me first. Can we swap anyone here? Can we swap? Oh, almost. Alright. We gotta get our combo down. We got a big pulse grenade there that hit a few people, but nothing too much. Now, right now, I'm dicking around in a team fight, which I shouldn't even be in, because I'm losing farm doing this, and I'm not really gaining much from being here, other than le defend, you know, the Spirit Walker, whatever. Where are they at? Okay. Hello, Ivy. Let's put a wall there, I don't know. There's so much crap on the ground, I can't see anything. Alright, see, our low cooldowns means that we have our body swap thingy back up once again. And, yeah, there's some stuff going on here. Swap, yeah, swap them back in. Ooh, yeah. Almost got the pocket. Look how low pocket is, right? Alright, we go back in. We got 3 seconds on cooldowns. Let's get back in there. There we go, and wall them. I don't have swap, though. But yeah, they're taking big hits. They're taking big hits, but we don't really have our item. We have our defensives. We don't have our offenses, right? Okay, that is the enemy. We're just gonna shoot him and leave. I'm tanky, so it's not gonna hurt me. If we hit him directly with pulse grenade, it'll stick on him, or at least it'll float there and deal damage to him while he's ulting, which I did, but he canceled. So whatever. Again, this entire endless long-ass team fight that we're derping around in has cost us a lot of time on our farm. So this is why I don't like to enter team fights right now. It just, we don't benefit from it. But yeah, there's a Dynamo just kind of chilling. Hello, Dynamo. Hello. Do you wanna come through my wall? No, okay. All right then. Alright, and again, if Dynamo ulted, like, properly and sucked us all in, we're just all dead. And that's what's really unfun to fight a Dynamo. So you have to fight Dynamos from a distance, unless they're by themselves. And you can bait the ult out, and you just, nothing happens, because you're tanky as shit. So, we're just gonna wait for the 2 health bars, and then run to the next jungle. And again, we gotta catch up on farm, because we wasted a lot of time doing that team fight. And we're only at 23k now, and you can see, like, the Haze is beating us, because, you know, she went off to do Haze things. So, yeah. There we go. So, maybe Viscous is getting somewhere with this Yamato fight. Maybe not. Is she leaving? I think she's just gonna leave. And normally I'd pursue, but I don't really have the build right now. Like, I have the stamina, absolutely, and the abilities. There we go. We're gonna wall. And we're gonna swap, and there we go, she's dead. So, got her. It's not easy with these items, but it is doable. Jungles, we have big jungle. I have an upgrade there on our wall. And I'd rather not have to do big jungle right now because there's a lot going on the map. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just kill some of them. Go ahead and reload, and then line of sight these guys while we reload. Fight one. Nope, okay. We're just gonna wait on our abilities again. And again, I need the farm, so, like, I'm behind. We're at 23 minutes, I'm only at 26k. So, yeah, we need the farm. There we go. We need to get this before these 2 bows. Oh, they're doing jar delivery, so they're gonna all be over here, so we're just gonna leave. No, we have to leave on foot. And maybe I can throw... Never mind, there's nothing I can do here. We're just gonna leave. Go jungle. Just need to be jungling. Who's pausing? Wolf. That's the Yamato. All right. Random ass pause. Wow, I can't jump today. Just can't jump. Paradoxes can't jump. Imagine if that movie came out like in today's day and age. Oh, people would be pissed. People would be pissed. Whoa, there's just a random farm. A bunch of creeps here for me. Alright, good stuff. We got another little jungle here to do. We got our cooldowns are up. +3 spirit power. Love to see it. I'm going to just focus on those two and kill this one. Those will 100% die. I don't feel like aiming. I just don't have the patience. Alright, so we have a lot going on here. We'll shoot the pocket, of course. Chunked his ass down by about 30%. And yeah, I put a wall up. It doesn't do much. And then we have a double wall. We have the Guinness. Oh, I'm getting ulted. Okay, I'm getting, yeah, big damage. Put the wall down. Get our stamina going. I am... How many ults did I eat? I ate the Wraith, the Pocket, the what's her name? No, I didn't eat her ult because it's still up. Yeah, that was, I don't know, pretty bad, but yeah, we don't have our full tank set yet, but there we go. We're getting it. That's why we go tank first. Normally, like this is a very fast. This is a faster than normal round because our lane phase ended early. The roam gank phase is like very escalated. Let's see. How are we doing? We're 21,000 souls down. I'm still the top farmer on the map. Well, no, I'm not anymore. Okay. The Pocket is. So, yeah. That shouldn't happen. Pocket's not a farm character. He's not a speed around the map and farm all the jungles character. He is just either getting... No, he's not, he got 5 kills. Like, he's not... He's just doing something. Alright? And that means we're not doing something. That means we are lacking. Okay? We're lacking in farm. So we need to really get our shit together. So, let's go jungle. Again, we gotta keep jungling. We gotta be... Like, normally, I would be killing these jungle creep mobs, like, as soon as they pop up, right off cooldown. But this match has been stupid as hell. I'm just dicking around in team fights, getting nothing done. Right, just to kind of try to show you some action. I guess I'm messing up because I'm recording, whatever. Yeah, blame that. But, yeah, we're gonna farm up. We're gonna make sure that we're getting all the creep kills, pushing all the lanes. And then we will team fight, and not until then, not any earlier. No, sir. And yes, we are sliding around. Go ahead and get these guys killed. Take them out. Gotta get the crate souls, very important. There we go. Killing those very fast. We have the large camp here on the side. Let's get it this time and not die in a... I see Pocket rotating around, so that could be... I don't know why I put a wall there. If Pocket jumps me, I'm tanky. I just go in the teleporter. It's fine. Yeah, we're going to push that lane a little bit more because I don't want them seeing me on this like corner of the map. There we go. And again, Pocket can't kill me like 1v1 or anything. It's like, if Dynamo gives me a hug of death or something, then yeah, maybe. But... shoot this thing, kill it, and see, now we're getting our farm up. We're at 33k, right? So now we're matching Pocket, so it didn't take long to catch up, really. And again, we're just doing PvE shit, and my whole team's dying, which is typical of pugs. Look at that, that's 4 dead. Yeah, just stay in the fight, everybody. Why are they fighting whenever they should be pushing lanes, farming, doing jungles? Like, why? Like, if jungles are alive on the map, why are they fighting? There we go. Wait for the 3 health bars, so the baby ones here. There's a mid buff to get too. And again, we can zoom and zip around the map. We are fast as hell. This just spawned, by the way. That's really nice. Really nice of them to just spawn right when I need them. Go ahead and kill these two. That's gonna pop. Alright, cool. We're at 10k. That's some buys right there. That's some big boy buys, right? The map is nice and pushed. Yes, they're doing earn, so... That does suck. I'm the only one alive. I've got 2 deaths. Everyone's died so much. Getting our tankiness. So, superior duration cooldown. I put that on Kinetic Carbine, and that is where that goes. Trust me on this one. It is what you absolutely want. We're going to go ahead and then clear the creep wave here. I'm surprised the enemy didn't capitalize on the whole team being dead. And they're doing mid-boss, probably. That's where they're at right now, if I had to guess. And my team is starting to, you know, shuffle out of the death state. And, yeah, they're gonna maybe start farming. This is not where I want to go. I want to go down here. There we go. And then we're gonna throw this, blast this one, and pop them. Because we are not done farming. We're at 36k at 29 minutes. Pretty good, but it could be way better. Alright, real talk, it could be. I'm gonna just charge up. Blast them. Awesome. Easy jungle. Max out our ultimate, so it is fully maxed out. Now we have, what's it called? 20-meter cast range, which is really nice for those long grabs. Like, against this. Ooh, got her. Got her. Big, got swapping time. Back into the pulse grenade. That's the combo. 100, and yes, I'm getting jumped now. It's fine. I'm tanky. Like, even if no one was there, like, yeah, we would be busting people. Alright, again. Let's get in there. Ooh, big little team fight. What are you doing, Seven? He's ulting, man. I'm just gonna leave. Again, we have the stamina. Can wall. And, so I'm backing off a bit, but I can still snipe. Right? So, yeah. That's a pretty good, the whole enemy team's dead. All it took is me being there. And they left all this money on the ground, which I don't know why people do that. Like, bro, this is like literal, this is a whole creep wave you just gave up there. Maybe. Not entirely, but yeah. We need to push the wave. We need to push the lanes before anything. And now my team's doing mid-boss, I guess. You know, it's like a celebratory thing. Like, oh, we just killed everybody, yeah! Then they go get mid-boss, and then they go and die, and they respawn real quick and die again. And then the enemy team's just better off. They're just more souls up than they would have been if mid-boss didn't exist. Yeah, that's... I hope they rework mid-boss. I think it should give better rewards, like... Because all it does is let you respawn, like, half as fast or something. It's stupid. Alright, improved spirit, mystic vulnerability. We're working towards our power item, escalating exposure. When we get escalating exposure, the enemy's resistance... They melt in pulse grenades. They absolutely start melting from our attacks. Everything we do just gets stronger and stronger by a huge amount. It's the biggest DPS boost in the entire build. I would like to have gotten it earlier, but it just doesn't fit.
Stay together.
It's better to build tanky first so you can survive all the encounters. Alright, we're going to go ahead and farm that. And we're going to run all over the map and get stuck under the stairway because we're, you know, no sleep. But yeah. We run so fast with this build now. It's crazy. There we go. We're going to charge up Carbine, blast this one, boom, there it goes. And again, we're working towards escalating exposure. That's our mission right now. That's how we win the match. That's how we win the game. And we're just going to finish this off. And our left click does enough damage now. We don't have to do any special weird stuff. But yeah, we're just going to run to each jungle, or in this case, the blue lane, because it's pushing for some reason. And yeah, just completely unload in the poor candlestick minion. This gets evaporated. Our Infernus is doing Earn? He's doing it in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Alright. Blue lane has still got creeps. But yeah, we can buy escalating exposure now. But we'll push this lane, go to the secret shop. And go ahead and get that done. There's the baby creeps over here. We'll throw a nade at them on the way. There we go. And now we just run our butts over to green lane because that's money. And no one's getting it. And then we'll go to the secret shop. I promise. It's like, Mom, I want to go to the secret shop. Not right now. We have chores to do. Oh, no. Are you ganking? Are you ganking? Okay, pocket ulted me. I'm leaving. And yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here, and that's fine. Like, look at all the damage I'm taking. That's fine. I have wall. Are you seriously going to try to shoot me? Ivy? Like... Okay, so anyone else would have died to that. That was a coordinated, just freaking gank, right? But not us. Escalating exposure. Mystic Reverb is the next power move. That, to be honest, it's a win more item. It's just a win more item. We don't need it at this point. We can run people down now. And, yeah, I'll see y'all later. So, that's a stupid swap, but it puts her back in the pulse grenade. So that's all I really care about. I don't care if I don't hit the wall. The wall is 300 damage on a 3000 HP target. The pulse grenade is like 2000 damage after 2 pulses. It's like 1000 damage a pulse. Oh, we have a Dynamo running for his life. Where is he at? I hear him. There we go. Wall him up. Oh, he's he teleports through the wall. We got our Kinetic Carbine. He's frozen again. Oops. Oops. But yeah, we just run around the map and hunt everyone down now. This 45k pocket, look at him. He's like all the way over here, right? We're just gonna zoom over and save Viscus, maybe. Viscus should be able to like save himself. And yeah, even with all my items, I still can mostly get there in time. But yeah, it's back up again. It's back up. And now he's dead. And deny. There we go. Oh, that feels so good. You don't know how good that feels. That is ridiculous. And just hunting players down at this point is way better than farming creeps or mobs because of the late stage of the game that we're in, but also because it's so easy. And now we go get Mystic Reverb, so now our snipe, our Kinetic Carbine, is just gonna hurt even more. We're putting that on Kinetic Carbine. And then the rest of the buys are just filler. We've already won. Once we get, we don't have the fourth, though, whatchamacallit, the flex slot. But yeah, we got a permabuff over here to get, so I'm just gonna get that. That's basically a free item. Now I don't want the enemy to get that, because that's a free item for them. There's a Kudzu bomb here, huh? That means there's an Ivy nearby. And yes, my aim is all over the place because I'm looking at the mini-map and I'm not looking at the center of my screen. You know, deal with it. Okay? It's fine. This is just free farm. Also, those little... Go ahead, just nade that, why not? Blue lane! Look, I still have items to buy, so I'm still gonna farm. Even though I don't need to at this point. Like look at this. Boom! Alright, Geist. Where are you at? 35k? I'm at 54k. I have 54k at 35 minutes. Go look at a pro VOD. Go to a pro... Look, I only have 5 kills. I only have 5 kills, right? Go look at a pro VOD and go to 35 minutes on any pro gamer, even a Paradox one. I've already done this, by the way. None of them are going to have this amount of farm at this amount of time, okay? I'm not smurfing, alright? I'll tell you right now, I'm just playing the game, and I'm playing it differently than all these pro gamer dorks sitting in their Sweatlord Discords, yapping over, you know, screaming, oh, he's one, get him, blah. No, I'm playing like a solo player would, without having a bunch of stupid friends in a Discord or anything of the sort. She silenced me here, because that's what she does. She does no damage. Are you serious? Let's swap her through the wall, and yeah, so my HP, her HP, look. Also, the whole enemy team is on me. Guess what? Wall. And we're just gonna walk it. We're gonna Kinetic Carbine it. And look how fast we run away. Look at that. I survived the whole enemy team diving me. Okay, Pristine Emblem. That's more tankiness. Spirit resist. Spirit power. I have these items perfectly timed the way I do, and now we get back in there like an angry woman scorned or something, right? And we just walk through the Kudzu bomb. Who cares? Boom! Throw. Look at this. She's going in the sky. She's getting Mystic Reverb. She's completely debuffed. One more snipe would have killed her, but I was silenced from her second ultimate, and we can maybe run her down. Like, I run faster than she flies, right? If we could just find her. No? Okay, we can still steal their jungle. So their whole assault did nothing. I'm fully healed, I'm back out. What are they doing? I'm just getting permabuffs, maybe. Yeah, plus 8% ammo, that's nice. Right? I'm collecting permabuffs, I'm pushing lanes, I'm getting jungles done. And I don't have that last flex slot. But we can get Alchemical Fire next, and that's just more damage. That's just another pulse grenade that enhances bullet damage. Why not? And again, I can split push a lane, and unless the whole enemy team collapses on me or Dynamo, nothing's gonna happen to me. I can push in and get my damn flex slot. Oh, hello, 7. You revealed yourself. You want a 1v1? You want a 1v1, little 7?
We want to go grab med, or we want to put...
Yeah, I guess you do want a 1v1, huh? Yeah? I missed my ult. Okay, that's 2v1. Now we leave. That's fine. That's a pocket. That's... What's this gonna do? Just wall him and leave. Congrats. And now I'm back to farming again. Like, they can't stop you. We're unstoppable without having the item unstoppable, okay? It's literally over. They're doing mid-boss again, so I can go hunt people down that are like, you know, I can guard the outside. Hello, everybody. And look, I got ulted by the Wraith, and it's done nothing. Now, I can't man-fight her, okay? I cannot man-fight Wraith. But I can lame her out and run around like a crazy person. Ooh, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. We're gonna swap now. Back into that pulse grenade. See ya. See ya. And how farmed is she? She's at 44k. How tanky is she? She has no resist at all. But oh man. What can I? Yeah, we can buy alchemy fire. Let's do it. Let's get alchemy fire. Oh, never mind. They just unlocked the last flex slot. We're getting yeah, we're getting echo shard. Now we double pulse grenade. Our DPS just doubled. And our area denial is crazy, so that's... I think they're just rushing down the boss at this point, but it's basically over. I'm 62. Now, let's combo some people. Hell yeah, brother. Pulse grenade into pulse grenade. Yes, of course. I'm just gonna throw a wall out because why not? Hey, a 7 ulted, but we're already all the way out of the base. We're just gonna, again, 6 seconds. We can do it again and again and again and again and again. So... there's Dynamo. Let's throw a couple pulse grenades and a wall. And then roll all the way back. We have, again, the towers are just here. Hello, towers? Let's just kill the towers. Why not? These things are annoying. We might as well get rid of them. Alright, cool. Alright, we're charging up our Kinetic. Charging up Kinetic. Pulse grenade into shot, into echo shard, into pulse grenade, and I mean we already won, so it's whatever. But you get the idea. This is a ridiculously hyper mobile, mega farming super build that is nearly unkillable, and yeah, it's pretty nutty. Even though I didn't do a lot of player damage because I spent a lot of time farming and just kind of catching up, you can see that most souls. All right, huge damage potential. I died twice because I was being stupid. I'm massively tanky. Right, we still had a whole nother item to buy, right? But yeah, it's and the enemy put up a really good fight. I think they did. You know, they were ahead at one point. So again, once I got my items, it was literally over. They can't roam the map anymore. At least alone, they can't. And you could tell by the way they're playing. They're coordinating in a Discord, right? They're not. These aren't solo players. You can literally look up their Steam names and look at their friends list, and you're gonna find similar names, right? So yeah, you can clearly see this build is just rocking it. And if you're good at the game and have good aim, and I missed a lot of shots, I'm shooting at the floor, I have like, you know, no map awareness, everything's blurring up because my monitors are so old. You know, if you're playing on like new hardware, you know, modern tech, you're gonna do even better than this, even better. And I even dicked around for a while in the mid game, just in an endless team fight that never ended. You know, when I could have been out farming, and I would have been way higher. Like, normally at 40 minutes, I have like 70k, but I'm at 64k, so, again, you know, I would have full build by 40 minutes easy. Usually 35, 40 minutes is full build. But yeah, that's the build. That's the items. That's the gameplay. If you have any questions, let me know. I have no life, no friends, no family. So I read every comment. And if you don't click the right side of your screen in a couple weeks, what's going to happen is you're going to get the hiccups. And your pants are going to be a little more loose than normal, and they won't fall off or anything, but it's just going to kind of mildly annoy you. So just click that video and it won't happen.